Okay, now I am super excited for the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. I loved Ninja Gaiden Sigma 1 and 2. Not as big of a fan of Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, but as it was pointed out on Reddit, it looks like this Ninja Gaiden Master Collection might not be the greatest or, most effort put into it PC port of all time. I guess that's not even the right verbiage to describe it. You guys get what I'm saying? Okay, so there was a couple things noted in the Steam page for Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, and honestly, this comes across kind of funny more than anything, how much they did not care to put effort into this PC version. So they actually have a section in the Steam page noting, there's two different sections that I find pretty amusing. Playing in full screen mode, and changing the output resolution. Now, those are pretty simple things. If you want to play in full screen, you just go into any game setting, you set it to go to full screen. You want to change the output resolution, you go into any game settings, go to the display section, change the resolution. It's always been pretty simple. Well, why do they have to clarify it in the case of Ninja Gaiden Master Collection? Well, in the playing in full screen mode, they know this game can be played in full screen mode. Oh, thank you for letting me know. To do so, launch the game and then click the maximize icon in the upper right of the title bar. To return to windowed mode, press the escape key while in full screen mode. Okay, I guess, does that mean there's no setting in the game itself to actually let you play in full screen? That's a little bit strange, but it's not the craziest thing in the world. It's not like, it's a little odd, but it's not the craziest thing in the world. Then there's the changing the output resolution. Now, in the game itself, if there's no way to set it to full screen, can we change the output resolution? Well, you can. You can set the output resolution for playing this game. The resolutions below are supported. 1280 by 720, 1920 by 1080, 3840 by 2160. Is 2560 by 1440p not supported? I'd be kind of disappointed if it wasn't, because I use a 1440p 144Hz monitor. I'd actually be very disappointed if that's not supported. To configure the resolution, open the game's properties from your Steam library by entering 720p, 1080p, or 4K in the text field of launch options. You can fix the resolution to the corresponding value. By setting the game to a low resolution, you can reduce the processing load. What? This is so odd. Like, it's not even like we know that this game is gonna be, like, poor performing. However, they are letting you know right out the gate that if you want to change the resolution, you have to do so by going to the properties section in the Steam library, and then if you want to play in full screen mode, I guess there's not going to be an option to actually go into full screen in the game itself, but you have to click the maximize icon. Honestly, on a surface level, that sounds like very simplistic things and maybe not things to get that much worked over. But also, I just kind of find this humorous that they were so lazy that they didn't even want to let you change the resolution in the game itself. I don't know if I've seen another game do that. I'm sure there's been games like that out there, but literally just putting it out pre-release being like, yeah, bruh, if you want to change the resolution, you gotta just go in the library option, go to launch options, and I've done that for games before where I went to the launch options and to play on like an old laptop that I was testing for the channel, I had to set it to like DX11 instead of DX12 or whatever. But yeah, like for resolutions, I've never done that to set a game to a specific resolution. Now, sometimes there are games that they have their resolutions in the settings option, like you go to the display settings and they show like 1280 by 720, 1680 by 1050, 1920 by 1080, and then ultimately they don't show like a 4K resolution, and then you can configure with the files and then ultimately get it to launch in 4K or 1440p or whatever the case may be on that. There's been a couple titles I feel like I've had to do that with, but never in the case of a game in 2021 coming out and being like, yo, if you want to change the resolution at all, you can go 1280 by 720, 1920 by 1080, or 3840 by 2160. Or is this just a misfire and they accidentally put it and they're gonna have a settings option? Because that is just like the strangest thing to me, that you would not have a section in your settings that would let you alter the resolution. Maybe this has happened in the past. Honestly, I don't recall this happening to this great of an extent where it's literally put into the Steam page itself. Who knows what this means for the actual PC port? Maybe the PC port is going to perform really well, and I imagine it would. I mean, it's Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. These games were on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. It's not like they're very, very new games. Actually, Sigma 1 and 2 are only on the PlayStation 3, but you guys get the idea. Razor's Edge was on the Wii U, and then PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 as well. And the recommended requirements are nothing too crazy. i5 4460, Ryzen 5 1400, 8 gigs of RAM, GTX 1060, RX 580. Nothing too crazy. Minimum, I mean, they might be a little bit high given the extent of games these are, but 970 minimum, R7 370. It's not like it's too crazy. Would have liked to see, honestly, like a 660 Ti in that minimum end, because at the end of the day, these are PS3 titles. They're not that high end, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Am I making a big to-do about nothing? Is this not a big deal? Honestly, like, I just find this more humorous because it's not like Tecmo Koei has been known to have the best PC ports in the world. I mean, their track record is pretty shoddy at best, but this seems like a new low for them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.